the big spoon of the Miami Heat broadcast. Ron Rothstein's going to join us next hour. We'll talk a little hoops with the inaugural Heat coach. Did you hear, by the way, Leroy, and I couldn't believe this when I heard this. Did you hear who the first coach of the Charlotte Hornets was?
No.
I had to do a double take on my television when I heard this. Because Eric Reed said it, and I was like, no way. Because the first coach ever in Hornets history, as the Heat, of course, were playing the Hornets the other day, was Dick Harder.
That's a name, so I'm not going to dump it.
That's a proper noun. That's history. The first coach.
If Eric Reed said it, then I'm not dumping it.
Eric Reed said it. The inaugural coach.
Wait.
In Hornets history.
Wait. And
was Dick Harder.
And nobody laughed?
No.
I mean, come on. You know.
They just plowed through. But wait, I was like, I had to have heard that wrong. I thought it was like
no way. There's no way. It would have made it funny if he would have said Richard.
Oh no.
Because everybody would have figured it. No.
His name. And I looked it up. I was like, I don't think I heard that correct. Did he just say that the first coach ever in Hornets history's name was Dick Harder? And sure enough, you look it up. The first coach in Hornets history is Dick Harder.
Oh, and everybody let that go with no chuckles.
Just went through.
Come on, because our man likes a little silly sauce. Right?
He does. But I mean, Eric Reed, of course, was there for the inaugural season. I mean, he's been there since the beginning, so he probably remembers those battles between Ron Rothstein and Dick Harder.
You got to go as Richard if that's your last name, man.
He said it with a straight face.
Well, I don't know if he said it with a straight face. I mean, like he wasn't on television. He was just saying it. Like
we didn't get a Crotty chuckle.
That's what look. Crotty will pretty much laugh at everything. So I'm shocked. That John Crotty.
I'm shocked that I haven't known about this. That the first coach in Hornets history was Dick Harder.
There's no way that makes it on radio, right? Without somebody laughing.
You mean Mike Inglis? And Mike Inglis just happens to bring up the first coach in Hornets history being named.
Mike's chuckling. He says he probably says like, folks, this is not a mistake, not a misprint. The first coach of the Charlotte Hornets. Like you had to put a disclaimer out there. Like Eric just plowed through it, right? He just kept it moving. Like
he's just like
pro's pro.
I tell you what. Remind us never to do a show when there's basketball in the Charlotte Hornets, right? Because there's no way, one, we're going to let that go, and two, Harter, not Har.
Oh, yeah, but nobody says
Nobody said it like that.
Everybody just said, it's harder.
Right. Like
imagine Amber reading that headline.
Oh, there's no way she reads it.
No way. She'd think we were pranking her. Like today in sports, we learned that Dick Harder was hired as Hornets head coach.
Oh, very good. I'm not reading all these, but let me just say, they're hilarious.
Point for
but I'm not reading them.
Witcher.
You wait. First of all, if she did read it,
that was
everybody
me,
would think it was
Steven.
our fault. I gotta tell you, I'm pretty amazed that this has made it this long.
Mm-hmm.
Because, look, we all like a good chuckle, right? But it's Harter.
Yeah, Dick Harder.
I think that should be in headlines. Just saying.
Aren't you guys happy that Robbie's not in?
He would have been sweating. I think he would have left the room, to be honest.
Oh my goodness!
Ron Rothstein had to have jokes for him, right?
I mean, like, how does that make it through all of the silly sauce that is the NBA and social media for all these years, and we're just finding that out now?
I don't know. Like, why would we know who the 1988 coach of the Hornets is?
Why? Because that's what we do on social media. With a name? Oh, come on. Who's your favorite NASCAR driver? Dick Trickle. Like, that's a real name. And they used to, on ESPN, they used to give Dick Trickle updates.
I couldn't believe it. Like, when I heard Eric Green,
they used to do him like Happy Gilmore. He come in 35th place. Dick Trickle gets a check, 35th place.
I was like, bro, Eric, it was one of those two where, like, you ever have a game on in the background and you're just like, we're out of the room, and then you're like, all right, gang, and of course the first coach in Heat history, Ron Rothstein, up against the same year the expansion Hornets had Dick Harder. Like, he just said what I think he said. Guy goes, at least it's with a T and not a D. Yeah, people are checking though. Like, hey, nobody says it like that.
I love the text that said he's the coach of the Hornies.
Loves guards who can penetrate.
They wouldn't be able to get the paddles on him because he has all that hair. They have to shave him first. Because right now he'd be hyper.
Why did Richards go by that back in the day? And then when did that become out of style?
As a kid, my brother got in so many fights.
Your brother's name is Richard?
Yes. And if you want to get in a fight with him,
call him Dick Horde.
Yes. Yes.
All righty. Enough silly sauce. Let's get to Siri.
You take out a letter in Horde and it's a...
Yeah. Don't worry. That's never been used as a nickname.
All right, let's get to some serious sports, people. All right. Chad Ochocinco is going to be fighting on the Floyd Mayweather-Logan Paul undercard.
Is he going to be fighting or is like?
Oh, he's fighting. He announced this on the I Am Athlete podcast. His nickname is Sweet Feet.
Hey, dude.
What? That's
like, hold on. You you have a nickname before you've had a fight?
That's right. He's Ocho Cinco. Sweet Feet.
Sweet. Wait, so is he back to Chad?
Yeah, he's Chad Johnson, but he's Ocho Cinco.
Johnson?
Chad Sweet Feet. Ocho Cinco Johnson.
Give yourself the nickname. Look what happened with Paul George. Playoff P. No one called you that.
That's right.
No, you can't get. Hold on. Well, boxing's different, but so it's Sweet Feet, huh?
It's Sweet Feet. Yep.
Well, let's hope he can stay on them.
I wonder who Sweet Feet's going to fight.
Huh?
I wonder if Sweet Feet's going to fight another athlete or if Sweet Feet's going to fight a boxer.
YouTuber.
Or a YouTuber, yeah.
Bring over
YouTuber's
KSI.
been knocking folks out.
Yeah.
Here's what's the problem with all this is that anybody that he's fighting, if he's a YouTuber, he's 20-something years old. Right?
Yeah.
All right. I got you.
Sorry, I was reading a text about the former Hornets coach. Anyway,
like you would think that people are just wiping the coal out of their eyes, with our show. They getting up and probably they just out of the corner. They heard something. They go, "Uh-oh, we got action. Let me get. I got something to say about this." Everybody just send their one-liners in.
Yep, everyone's got one.
That's it. Everybody's got one.
If you missed yesterday, Kendrick Nunn, you guys can go subscribe to Tobin and Leroy, and you guys can catch the Kendrick Nunn interview, which I highly recommend.
I love how you love the bloomin' onions.
Yeah, you did love that, didn't you, son Steve? Everybody laughed at me when they said, "Oh, bloomin' onion." Yeah, I remember all that. All the laughter that I got from the organization, all the laughter that I got from the listeners. Stupid idea. But who's laughing now, huh? Kendrick Nunn goes, "Bloomin' onion? That sounds pretty good." He hasn't even had a bloomin' onion, which means the first experience he's ever going to have of a bloomin' onion, which kind of seems crazy to never have a bloomin' onion. But maybe people aren't onion people. Either way, he's in. So listen, All we need to do is have Team Nunn reach out to Team Tobin. We got tons of ideas. I didn't even tell them about my Kendrick Nunchucks. We're gonna have a whole line of ninja weaponry. So you just reach out. Kendrick Nunn's agent, whoever it is. I don't even need a cut. I just want to be an ideas man. Be in the meetings, and we're gonna. It's gonna be all the rage. Nobody has their own line of nunchucks, but Kendrick Nunchucks. That's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be fantastic.
That's probably your best idea. I think the nunchucks.
Oh yeah. Now, I understand that it might be a little tough at the arena. You don't want people bobbing each other on the head, especially when the New York Knicks roll into town for that old sweepy poo that's coming their way during the playoffs. But either way, I just think it's a goldmine idea. A goldmine idea. Indian Rasta 1206. It never had a bloomin' onion. You're missing out, bro. It's pretty good. I wouldn't call it my top Outback appetizer. I would go there either. I would probably go, what the hell? They have those things, those mushrooms. They got a funny Australian name, though. I don't know. Speaking of Australia, yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of me hopping in front of the American Airlines Arena in a Kangaroo outfit after the Heat lost to the Sixers in 5. Terrible series. Now, had some fond memories. I mean, Goran Dragic talking trash, Justice Winslow stepping on Joel Embiid's mask. So had some fun, cute moments. But ultimately, I had to suffer humiliation at the hands of Tim Watts, Australian member of Parliament, and hop in front of the American Airlines Arena in a Kangaroo outfit. So
didn't Justice
that was
also
no fun.
Call Ben Simmons a bitch ass?
I think he did call him a bitch ass. I think he did. He did. Yeah, all of a sudden, Justice Winslow had no emotion, was like Mr. Hardass for the Heat, and then he barely played.
That wasn't the worst part about that. Will you tell these people how hot it was that day?
Oh my God. Well, what's funny? They had like this bum ass fan that was in the Kangaroo outfit. We had this thing. So people want to know, like, the reason we had that thing was we had it in promotions. So we have all these. If you ever been inside, this was at our old building. We had this thing that was like a cage, right? It was the promotion.
I said
cage.
that as a joke. We really had that in promotions.
Oh no, we did. Yeah.
No,
you thought you were kidding?
Outfits in there.
Yeah. And one was Carl the Cash Kangaroo, I think, and he basically, like, his job, I guess, he was kind of retired. I don't think that he did anything, but the Cash Kangaroo basically. But that's in
your wheelhouse. Hey, you using this?
Yeah,
I can think of something.
So he had a giant pouch. Now in that pouch I put a Bernie, but that pouch I think was used to put cash in there. And so Light FM back in the day when FM radio was king, was just giving away cash willy-nilly. Somebody was hopping around, just throwing out. The Kangaroo was making it rain.
I guess.
Yep.
I mean, look, we went down there. All of us got in my car, and we drove down to South Beach, found a nice spot to park across the street in the little, the middle section where you can get your parking. Tobin got dressed. Soon as he put like an arm on, or as soon as he stepped into the suit, he started sweating because it was hot.
You're mistaken. I had the outfit on because I was riding down I-95.
Oh, that's right.
On my Kangaroo tail.
Right. So all he had to do was put the head on. It
was very uncomfortable. But
he had a sign.
I had my sign. I had to put Ben Simmons made Goran Dragic's little Joey. That was my sign. And then I had a Ben Simmons jersey, which I inevitably would return to Lids after I did this because I wasn't, spending $30 on a bum ass Ben Simmons jersey.
So he's hopping around, and then these people came up from, I don't know where they were from. They weren't, they were visiting, and they wanted their kid to take a picture with the Kangaroo.
Yep.
Now, meanwhile, this kid is frightened. He is terrified because to him, that Kangaroo looks like he's 9 feet tall.
Right. And thankfully that this the Heat were bounced from the playoffs, because the fact that I wasn't tackled by security for being on Heat grounds.
Yeah, keep in mind, he's hopping around like a kangaroo.
Right in front of the
More
arena.
like a rabbit, more like a bunny.
Do they know it was you?
On the step of AAA.
Do they know it was? Of course they know it was me.
Oh.
Goran Dragic knew about the bet, Leroy. He absolutely did.
Oh, really?
Then why?
Okay.
Yes,
I'm surprised you still have
remember,
credentials, to be quite honest.
dude, do you remember? You don't remember. See, you're forgetting part of the backstory to this, because Goran was very upset that this guy, Tim Watts, went to Australian Parliament. It's not like I just picked this guy out of a hat.
No, he went to Parliament.
He went to Parliament, and he was outraged that Ben Simmons was not taken in the All-Star game above Goran Dragic. Goran Dragic, who was like, he ended up being like the third alternate onto the team, and he was like outraged. And he goes, anyone who would take Goran Dragic over Ben Simmons needs to stop watching basketball. And I'm just like, all right, mate. All right. Let's cool it a little bit here.
So he started at the dude on Twitter.
Right. So we got into a kerfuffle. And then that led into a debate. Now, the payoff was if he would have won that, he would have had to wear a Goran Dragic jersey on the floor of Parliament and have to apologize to Goran Dragic on behalf of all of the country of Australia. So the payoff was quite good. It was just that he couldn't hold up their end of the bargain.
You do that all the time, though. You think about what you could win.
Yep.
Instead of what you could lose. Because that Bob thing, you keep thinking you can win a case of Celsius if Bob would just so happen to keep one score under. Not like, yeah. Like
Stolen McRib goes, Tobin doesn't want to make whale calls after game interviews for fear of losing credentials. Meanwhile, they all know it was you in the kangaroo suit.
Yes.
It's a delicate art. You don't quite know the balance that I have to deal with.
Hey, they go, here's what they're probably saying. Hey, isn't that the same guy that ate the street bird? Yep, that's him.
I did that the other day, though. I asked Goran after the game about the Shaq thing. I wasn't asking about. I asked him a game question,
though.
But I asked him to lead into the silly sauce question.
No, that's different. You asked him about Shaq. It was out there. The story was out there, right?
Hey, man, listen.
Not. Hey, Goran, I hope you play well. I don't want to hop around in a kangaroo outfit.
Well, we already talked, but we talked about him with that the year after.
Yes,
we had a media day.
Yeah,
and we talked to him. He goes, and he knew about the bet, but I don't think he knew my face. And then once we had a big laugh over it. We made fun of Australia and Philadelphia as a city.
Like a lot of times, here's what happens: we'll be interviewing somebody, and we're serious, and then we get into a little silly stuff, and they always end the conversation with, "Buddy, that was you."
Yeah.
right.
Who was it that said it about the Marlins?
It was Juan Pierre. Well, it was Juan Pierre.
That was you?
That was you? Like, it's like...
I think that was Tobin's most embarrassed I think that he's ever been.
Because I idolized Juan Pierre. I love Juan Pierre.
How about this? I don't even know if he tasted that street bird because we were liquored up.
Yeah.
Woo! It started at while they were setting up, we were over at the bar.
Luka Doncic rolling in town. I believe Luka Doncic one technical foul away, Leroy, from getting suspended because he cries too much. He's a bit of a crybaby, this Luka Doncic. So what we need is we're going to need Trevor Ariza poking the bear tonight. Poking the old Slovenian bear tonight. See if we can get it.
He's rather mellow, doesn't he?
No, he's a crybaby, dude.
Really?
The last time they played him, he kicked the scoreboard. No, Luka Doncic, fantastic player. Big time whiner. Big time.
I just watched something awesome during the break.
What'd
What'd
you watch?
The Prince halftime Super Bowl halftime show.
Why were you watching that during the break?
I don't know. It was what's happening on Twitter.
Yeah.
They showed a editor's cut of him doing some kind of tribute at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and then next up was the Super Bowl performance, which was by far.
I thought
give me
you were
the goosies.
I thought you were watching the video that you sent me. The guys punching each other.
Oh no, we watched that already, dude.
So stupid.
Are you talking about the Uriah Faber video I sent you? The guys, the guys doing the standing punching. Basically,
first of all, did you see the other guy? The other guy threw a left.
Yeah,
he was holding on with the left, and he ripped it up and threw a left.
Well, let's see. You gotta have head on a swivel, as you say.
Oh my goodness! Could you imagine doing that?
I'll try and find that video to retweet it so you guys can see this. Basically, what it is, it's two guys. So everybody knows how they have slap fighting now, which is basically two guys standing at a table. Guys get slapped up and down until a guy gets knocked out. This is, for lack of a better term, two guys standing at an arm wrestling table. One arm firmly has to be holding onto the stick, and the other is them punching their opponent. And this is what they do. But one guy was a little willy-nilly with the rules, and he came up from his stick hand, still hit the guy with a hook. And I don't know what the hell is going on. People are just inventing ways to kick each other's ass these days.
It's like over the top, but you punch people.
Exactly.
I just put it up on Twitter.
Cool. All right. So go to Big Mouth Leroy on Twitter. You guys can go check it out. Let's get to some headlines, Stunt Steve. What do we got this hour? We got to get you updated on what's going on here.
The Ticket is the home of every Miami Heat game.
Got it right at the rim with 0.8 seconds left. Oh my goodness, what a play!
WAXY South Miami and WSFS HD2 Miramar, an Odyssey station.
And we'll start off letting you know that your Florida Panthers victorious last night, beating the Dallas Stars 5-4 in overtime. Alexander Barkov, that guy's good at hockey. He won the game for the Cats in OT. As you mentioned, your Miami Heat will be back on the hardwood tonight, taking on the Dallas Mavericks at 8 o'clock. Our coverage here on the Ticket starts at 6:45 with the Miami Heat pregame show. Jonathan Zaslow, Tommy Tighe, they will get you set for all the action tonight as those rat fink Dallas Mavericks roll into town, owned by that crybaby Mark Cuban. So looking forward to it tonight. I don't know if it's going to be a Slovenian night. I don't know what the rules are for Slovenia, if they're allowed to come here during the midst of the pandemic. I hope they are. I would love all the Slovenians there. Quite frankly, I want to crowd surf there if there's a bunch of Slovenians. That would be my dream, to be honest with you, is to go into that building tonight and there'd be nothing but Slovenians all over the place.
I was there last year. It's pretty fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on. They were out there doing the hey, hey, hey. Ha, ha, ba, 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 hey, hey, hey. Who doesn't love those? I mean, they're just a delight, you know. And plus, you know, Goran.
They're not going to be there,
but why not?
They'll find a way in.
Is it full crowds now?
Nah, I don't think so.
They've upped their capacity, haven't they? Though
they have upped their capacity. No, the games that you're going to now, like it's definitely more and more people that are going to watch the games. I just don't know. I was more concerned with the, I guess, travel from Slovenia. I don't know what the ruls are. I don't know what.
That's what I'm saying. But even then, they're not going to be able to get all those tickets.
You don't know that.
Really?
The Slovenians will find a way.
Okay. So you're going to buy 1,000 tickets on the secondary market?
If they had a game they wanted to go see, it would definitely
and then they had to do it well in advance. So you have to understand that while they would have had to get their tickets, it was nobody.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like a problem. I don't know what the rules are from Slovenia. You know, coming down here, we're willy nilly. Like it's not like Florida's gonna stop them.
Okay, but you had to plan this well in advance. What are you planning it on last Thursday?
I think you can get some flights. I mean, what do they got? They can stay at the Royal Flamingo. I think they're gonna be fine, bro.
Yeah, stay at the Stadium Hotel.
Yeah, El Palacio. Like,
kind of far, but it's pretty cheap.
Do like they do for spring break and just wing it.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's what they do in Vegas.
Or maybe they could just
go to the fights and all of England come over and say, "Where are you staying?" Nowhere, dude.
Yeah. I'd be sitting here right on the bench here. It's New York, New York. That's what they'd be doing. What if Goran just lets them stay at his house? Uh-oh. Hey, buddies.
I'm sure Mrs. Gogi wouldn't be down with that.
You don't think Mrs. Gogi? You don't think Mrs. Gogi would like have a giant pancake breakfast for all of Slovenia here to watch him versus Luka?
No. Well, like, okay, here to be the first rule: if you're gonna eat my pancakes, you must cheer for Gogi. No cheering for Luka.
I think they do cheer for Gogi. Gogi was MVP.
Too, but they cheer for Luka.
Cheer for Luka. They cheer for Luka.
No. Don't do that.
They do.
Goran was MVP of the Euro champions.
Okay, but again,
this is how it goes.
When they came, both Gogi and Luka came out after the game, not just Gogi.
They wanted to see Gogi.
This is how Mike Bimonti does it. Luka Doncic.
Right, that's what happened.
Not gonna happen tonight because he's gonna eat. Unfortunately,
but I have a rule. If you come and eat my pancakes, I'm gonna make some special for you guys. I'm gonna do it up. I'm gonna get up early. I'm gonna make 2,000 pancakes. Everybody get some pancakes, right? I bet not hear you cheering for Luka. That's what Miss Gogi said.
Well,
that's right.
The New York Knicks got a win yesterday, which inevitably means annoying Knicks fans. Here's one of them.
Dropped 28 today. Did you see Derrick Rose hit 11 of 15 shots for the field? Dropped 25 on them. I'm telling y'all right now, top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference, okay? I'm talking about the New York Knicks, who, by the way, got a better record than LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. You think? You better ask somebody. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? It's a new day. It's a new day, okay? It's a new day. New York Knicks. Brooklyn what? Brooklyn what? Milwaukee, Philadelphia, so what? We coming. We coming. All right, Spike Lee and the crew get ready. Playoff time, y'all. New York Knicks win tonight. Guaranteed a winning record for the first time in like 8 years, yo. It's a new day. The past is a past. We're going to leave the past in the past, okay? It's about right now. It's about right now. New York. Stand up, New York. Stand up, yeah.
I want so bad.
I want to throw a yeah at the end.
I want them so bad.
Here's what happens. Here's what happens. Here's what your fan base does to you as a team. Now, everybody who's not a New York Knicks fan is hoping for the crash and burn.
Oh yeah,
right? I didn't have nothing against New York. Nothing. I was like, you know what? Good story. Look at Randall balling, right? Good to see that because I didn't know he was that type of player. RJ Barrett, good player.
Yeah, good for him.
Right, good for him. I was all in. I was like, good to see the turnaround. Good to see the turnaround. Then this, and now I got to take my compliments elsewhere because you rubbed them in my face like I was always a Knicks hater.
Oh, I know. It's so annoying.
Now I am rooting for the crash and burn.
Of course.
The crash and burn
listen,
is epic.
Let me tell you something. You don't even have to root for it because it's going to happen. Like, you don't even have to root for it. It's just inevitable. It's going to happen, and it's going to be the same as it always is. When they say the past is the past, no. The past is the present, and that's what's going to happen. Congratulations. You've, in the weirdest regular season of all time, finally clinched a winning record in a season where they took away 10 games. Congratulations, New York Knicks. It's going to make for an epic failure.
I would say, like, I always viewed them this year as like you raise an eyebrow and say, uh-oh, they turned it around.
Oh, yeah, good for you.
But now I don't even look at it like that. I want to feel good for the players that turn that team around, the coaching staff. I want to feel good. But because of what Stephen A. threw it in my face, now I got to wish. Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
My buddy is my good friend. All right. One of my best friends on earth is a Knicks fan. And he goes, and the first thing I wake up to this morning is Julius Randle for MVP. And now I can't.
Your friend is a Knicks fan?
Yeah. You know, he's got other good qualities. I mean, it's his worst blemish. Trust me.
That's like,
but this is what I get.
That's 2 strikes off the bat, man.
Yeah, I know. He's lucky that he's got a bunch of foul tips elsewhere. But this guy, it's just like, that's what I wake up to today. Julius Randle, MVP in the Mecca, bro.
Now, what would make it worse? What would make it worse for Knicks fans is if by some chance they had to play the Heat.
It's not far.
Oh,
it's not far.
Goodness. Do you understand? Look, forget the championship. Forget Boston, Milwaukee, Philadelphia. Forget that. The first round of the playoffs, that's all they're going to be talking about. The rivalry is back.
We remember Van Gundy on his leg. I'm telling you right now, give me that 4-5 right now.
Well, good. If you get the 4-5, that means that the Heat went like 8-2 the last 10.
Only a half game back of it, dude. It's not that far.
Half game back of 5?
Yeah. Bunched. It's a bunch of crunch in this East.
Marlins, Dolphins, Heat said it right. Expectations make everything worse. When you expect to do something, So Stephen A, I had to call for vacation. I can't believe what the Knicks did.
Very upset.
He said, I don't know how to put this into words, but I'm very upset right now.
Oh,
They didn't
man.
show up. They folded like cheap suits.
No, it's okay. You guys, you look forward to that Tom Thibodeau versus Eric Spoelstra matchup. It's going to go great.
Tips. I mean, hey, Spo got a lot of qualities in him. That defensive prowess, that working the hell out of the players. He put some wear and tear on players too now.
Yeah, not like Julius Randle. Julius Randle's played like 16 40-plus minute games this year. He's averaging more minutes than anybody. Like,
Well, yeah.
he already looks old for a 26-year-old.
He coached
I'm
Luol
telling
Deng
you
into
what.
being like 40 years old when he was like 29.
I'm telling you this. I thought Julius Randle was in his 30s. I promise you. I promise you. You say he's 26?
Yeah.
He just got here.
We'll wait till he ages in this playoff series against Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler.
All right. Like, boy, oh, goodness. New York, Miami?
Yeah.
What?
It's not going to be that good a series, though. Heat are going to take care of him
Really?
easily.
Yo, you know who they got? Taj Gibson.
Oh, man, we get Friedel back. Oh, Friedel's going to be so excited. He's going to...
Yeah, Jimmy, this is like a full circle, if you would. Time is flat circle because you got you, Tibbs, and Taj Gibson.